Here with Connor Hall, following up a runner-up finish here in the Cars Tour race at Wake County Speedway. Connor, you started 13th, worked your way up to second. I know this weekend you said it was an uphill battle from the beginning. What did it take to get to the front there at the end?
Just a lot of hanging on, I feel like. We this weekend definitely didn't get a plan by any means. But all my JR Motorsports guys just kept their heads in and worked really hard to try to give me the best piece that we could. So, absolute blessing to work with this group. Under Brian Schaefer and all the other guys, Slim, Justin, Ernie, David West Racing, that's got me started. Obviously, I got to thank Joe Jr., LW Miller, Kelly Miller, Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Morris, River, Sun Drop, just really everybody makes this thing go around the racetrack. But I would say for how uncomfortable we felt throughout the weekend speed-wise, to wind up P2, we're obviously going to fight for this championship this year. Wanted to try to sneak one in on Penny, but he was just, he was the last of the field tonight, so hats off to them. I'm just excited to unload the ordeal and straighten a lot of things out, suspension-wise, and hopefully get a win there.
Yeah, I know you mentioned, I'm glad you brought it up about the speed there throughout the weekend. What was the biggest transition from what you saw in practice earlier to what you had tonight?
I would say we fought a lot of kind of in-house issues per se. I mean, we just kept fighting issues that stem from the tires, but I'm not going down that route. I'm just saying it was obviously just a little different than what we've been used to. Caused us a little bit of issues, but like I said, Brian Schaefer and all the guys, they were butts off. I know everybody says that, but without them today, I don't think we would have made all of them in 25 minutes. So, really blessed, really thankful. Super thankful for Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shops and our Miller family. And like I said, I'm just excited to go to Cordeal for the first time with the tour and come away with a win.
Now, first and second place finishes for you to start the year. You mentioned having the restarts there on the outside with Minnie Tyrell. What more could you have done? But overall, how has this built your confidence as the season moves forward?
I would say this is a big one. I don't know if we necessarily drove second. We obviously benefited a little bit. I thought we had a good top 5 car, played the end of the race properly. Super thankful for that. And I think going forward, Wake County was probably my one race where I circled on the list, and I was like, if we have issues, this is probably where it's going to be, just because I came here for the first time last year, and it was a complete disaster for me. So, kind of right the ship for myself a little bit was exciting. So, every time I hit the racetrack with one of these things, I'm learning. I'm still learning the guys. They're still learning me. So I think that other than what we were dealing with issue-wise, I think I probably was a little too cautious on the balance of the race car and just kind of doubted ourselves out a little bit, but obviously good enough to wind up second.
Hey race fans, I'm Chase Folsom with Frontstretch.com. If you enjoyed the short track video you just watched, please be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch Grassroots on YouTube for more Cars Tour, ARCA, and other grassroots racing content. And as always, be sure to check out Frontstretch.com for all your racing needs.